Getting started with supplies, you're gonna need 1 yard of canvas, twill, or denim, 2 zippers, one 18-inch and one 12-inch, 2 yards of 1.5-inch webbing, 1 1.5-inch buckle set, and lastly you need your pattern, and this pattern is available at properfitclothing.com. Super easy to use, just download it, print it, and you're ready to go. And the links for all the supplies will be in the description, so definitely go check that out. After cutting out your pattern, you want 2 side front panels, 2 side zipper panels, and 2 main back panels. You also need 1 pocket flap panel, 1 back pocket panel, 1 bottom pocket panel, 1 center pocket panel, and 1 top pocket panel. Getting started, grab your 12-inch zipper and mark 10.5 inches in the center of that zipper. And what you're going to do is grab your side zipper panels and place them on those marks. And before you pin them on, make sure you move that zipper towards the center of those markings. And once you have the side zipper panels pinned down, we're going to sew at a 1/4 inch seam allowance along those markings. And once you have them sewn on, go ahead and trim the ends of that zipper. Next, we're going to fold those side zipper panels out and add a top stitch along that seam. And once you have this complete, you can go ahead and set this off to the side for now. Grab your pocket flat panel and fold it in half, and what we're going to do is sew across that top edge as close as you can to the edge. And once you have that complete, we're going to go ahead and add another stitch on the opposite side as close as you can to that edge. Grab your top pocket panel and that flat pocket panel, and also your 18-inch zipper. Place the wrong side of the flat panel on the top of that zipper and pin it into place. Now we're going to take that top pocket panel, mark the centers with chalk, and also mark the centers of your flat pocket panel, line those up, and pin it from the center towards the outside. And I'm only going to use 1 pin at the center and sew from the center towards the outside and move it as I sew. I find this to be a little bit easier to sew it on and get it super accurate. And then go ahead, flip it around and sew in the opposite direction.
Reach the wizard.
Now we're going to go ahead and add bias tape to that raw edge to complete that raw edge and make it a little bit stronger, and also add for a good look on the inside. So we're going to be using a double fold bias tape binder to clean up those edges, and you can definitely get these for domestic sewing machines too. We're going to have links in the description. So go ahead and cut out long pieces of bias tape that are the right measurements to the width of your binder. The other option is to use a bias tape making kit, and this is where you pretty much just make your own bias tape. And it comes with a presser foot that helps you attach the bias tape to your garment. And it's pretty simple to use. All you have to do is cut a strip, feed it through, and iron it. And after that, it works the same as the bias tape. You just fold it over and sew it on, or you use that attachment. And if you don't have access to any of these options, it's not that big of a deal. You can go ahead and skip this step. And once you have it complete, you'll have a nice clean inside edge. Next, we're going to add a top stitch to that top seam, and we're going to fold that bias tape up towards the top of that panel. And you should be sewing on that bias tape or on the seam allowance if you decided not to add the bias tape. and go ahead and mark the centers on both the flap and the zipper. And we're going to take that center pocket panel and also mark the centers, and we're going to line up that top edge of the center pocket panel with the center of that zipper and go ahead and pin that on. And once you have it pinned, sew that panel onto the zipper. And before we top stitch that seam, we're gonna add bias tape to that inside edge as well. And now we're gonna do the same way, fold that pocket panel down and top stitch on that bias tape or the seam allowance if you choose not to add the bias tape. Grab the bottom pocket panel and make diagonal chalk marks on the dotted lines, and what we're going to do is fold those over so it connects that corner. And you'll see the dotted lines on the pattern, and that's where you make those chalk marks. And when you have them folded over and the corner is connected, go ahead and place a pin. And repeat this process for the other side. And what we're gonna do is add a top stitch on both of those sides in just about an inch. With the center mark on the bottom pocket panel, we're gonna line it up with the center of that center pocket panel and pin along that edge. And it's not gonna go towards all the way to the outside, it's gonna end right at where it goes up.
No, you know me, I'm too shy.
And once you have a pin, go ahead and stitch along that edge at a 1/4 inch seam allowance. And again, we're gonna start at the center and sew towards the outside. And once again, we're gonna add bias tape to that edge on the inside. And once you have your bias tape on, we're gonna go ahead and add a top stitch to that edge, and we're gonna do it on the edge that's closest to the center panel. So fold the bias tape up onto that center panel and add your top stitch. Grab the zipper you added the side zipper panels onto and also your back pocket panel. And you're gonna place these on the top edge of that top pocket panel. Starting with the zipper, place the right sides together with that zipper and that top pocket panel, and then go ahead and lay the back pocket panel on top of that zipper. And that back pocket panel is gonna flip back on the inside of that pocket, so you're gonna want the right side of that pocket facing out. Pin that zipper and panel into position and go ahead and sew along that top edge. And again, we're gonna go ahead and add bias tape to that inside edge. And once you have the bias tape added, go ahead and flip that back panel down towards the inside of that pocket. And these should line up exactly with the ends, the side zipper panels. Sometimes this can be off based on how you cut your zipper or your stitch length. Just double check, these can easily be correct. And we're gonna add a top stitch along that inside seam right below the zipper. And you'll want to flip that bias tape or seam allowance up along that zipper. And now we're going to line the back pocket panel up with the outside edge. And before you pin it into place, make sure you move that zipper train towards the center of that panel. And then go ahead and pin all the way around that outside edge. And once you have it pinned down, we're going to sew just the sides and the bottom.
I should do. It's pounded in my brain often enough, asleep and awake, in the drowsy fantasy moment of every lonely dawn. Well, come on. What's your answer?
You take my breath away.
No, it's just the sudden realization, you see, of the fact that I love you. You hear that, Samson? Beautiful.
Next, grab your side front panels, and we're going to line these up exactly on the side with right sides together. And when you have it lined up, go ahead and pin it on. And we're going to sew right at where the pattern tapers in, and do this on both sides. Once you have it sewn on, go ahead and trim the zipper ends off on both sides. Flip the panel out flat and go ahead and add a top stitch along that seam. And go ahead and repeat this process for the other side. Grab the main back panel, mark the centers on both top and bottom, and also the centers on your zipper top and the bottom, and line those up with the back panel. At this point, they should both match up perfectly. Pin them together and sew along the outside edge as close as you can to that edge. And now we're going to add the bias tape all the way around that outside edge. And adding that bias tape will complete that outside edge. Next, cut two 21-inch pieces of your 1.5-inch webbing, and we're going to attach these onto the side panels. And what we're going to do is roll that webbing over and place it in the center of that side panel, and I like to line it up just with that pocket flat panel. Go ahead and pin this on and do it for the other side. And we're going to sew along the outside edge of that webbing, forming a box.
Doing nothing. Well, I'm told it means going along, listening to all the things you can't hear.
And for some reason, the rest of the clip got cut off, but as you can see, we sewn in a box all the way around the outside edge, and you can also add an X for extra strength if you want, and go ahead and do this for both sides. Now we're going to go ahead and add the buckle set, so grab your buckle and one end of your webbing. Feed the webbing through the buckle. And this is going to be the end of the buckle that only has one opening. And once the webbing is through, go ahead and fold that webbing over twice so that way there's no raw edge. And go ahead and add a stitch across that webbing. Next, grab the other end of the webbing and feed it through your strap adjuster. And then through the other end of the buckle from the back to the front. And lastly, feed it back through that strap adjuster. And once everything is fed through, go ahead and roll that end over twice and stitch across. And the last final touch is to add zipper pulls, and you can either buy these online or you can use parachute cord. Either one works great. All you do is feed them through your zipper, and there you have it. Your bag is complete. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, let us know what you think. We're going to keep the videos coming at you, so we'll see you next time.